What is Chrome OS Flex? Chrome OS Flex is an operating system that was released by Google sometime earlier this year, and it has seen major success with many users. Chrome OS Flex is basically a version of Chrome OS that you can install on non-Chrome OS native hardware, so this means that you do not have to purchase a Chrome OS device to run Chrome OS. You can simply flash the image of Chrome OS Flex to a USB stick with at least 8 GB of free space, and you can replace your current OS with Chrome OS Flex. Chrome OS Flex provides you with another alternative to Windows and Mac OS. It's much easier to use and set up than Linux, which makes it a more user-friendly alternative for most people. However, due to the lack of major software support, Chrome OS is only used by about 4% of the entire world's population. However, it is seeing a slow and steady growth in market share every month, which could mean that more people are switching to Chrome OS Flex, or more people are buying Chromebooks. It's gotta be one or the other. Chrome OS Flex has tight integration with Google's G Suite of services and apps, allowing users to seamlessly access their needed Google services, applications, etc., which also allows for a very convenient experience. Chrome OS Flex is not able to be installed alongside other operating systems, so just be aware of that, and if you do decide to install it, you will have to wipe whatever hard drive or SSD you're currently using, so before switching, always back up any important data you do not want to lose. You can even create an image of your system if you ever wish to go back to using your previous OS in the future, and this will help ensure no data is lost. Chrome OS Flex has been seen as a viable alternative to both Windows and Mac OS, thanks to it being completely free to use, offering a very inexpensive solution for the less fortunate people or poorer people. Chrome OS Flex's tight integration with G Suite services also makes it a convenient option for lots of people, as many people use the various different Google-based services or products. Chrome OS Flex comes with lots of great applications pre-installed to help you get started using Chrome OS, such as an official YouTube app, the Google Chrome web browser, as well as a very basic file manager, settings app, etc., along with Google Play and other apps. Chrome OS Flex also lets you customize your desktop to the way you see things fit. You can change the position of the taskbar, change the wallpaper, etc. Chrome OS Flex is also a great solution for businesses and enterprise, as it allows you to remotely control what is installed on that device, so administrators can easily block the installation of certain apps and programs. This is why Chrome OS has become a very big thing in the education market, as it offers schools, as well as teachers and parents, a cheap way of educating their kids through the World Wide Web. Chromebooks are far cheaper than your average Windows PC or laptop. Flex also offers home users a very inexpensive solution that can be used on both traditional desktop PCs and lower-end devices, such as a laptop, netbook, Microsoft Surface device, etc. It can also be seen as Google's flagship contestant to Windows and Mac OS, as Google wants a large majority of people using their products as well, and since they hold dominant in the search engine market, it makes sense that they also want to hold that position in the desktop market. However, like Linux, it suffers from too many problems that hinder its growth, which is why we are always seeing Chrome OS way down on the market share list, that has the market share for every desktop OS known to mankind. Chrome OS offers businesses and enterprise a cheap solution, as buying Windows licenses can get very costly very quickly. It costs $150 to purchase a Windows 11 Home or Pro license or key, officially from Microsoft. However, since so many rely on Google services and products, many see Chrome OS as a big competitor to Microsoft Windows, and I honestly think that it indeed is a competitor. Even though not many people use it, it's certainly got some fish hooked. When Windows 10 reaches its end of life on the 14th of October 2025, many might consider switching to Chrome OS. However, if software support has not increased much, then it won't be on most people's list of alternative systems. And the worst part is, most people do not want to have to learn something new, nor do they want to have to change. A good chunk of people will stay with Windows despite its shortcomings and negative connotations. The same thing applies to Mac users, and they're often wealthy people, so I would not count Mac OS as a viable alternative simply because of the cost, and it also has negative connotations surrounding it. So the only real alternative is Chrome OS, because Linux is too hard for the average Joe, and Mac OS is too expensive for most people, and the lack of software on these systems does not help either, whereas Chrome OS can actually be great, because a good chunk of what you do can be done on a Chrome OS system. Granted, you do not need access to specific software that does not support Chrome OS. Most people watch YouTube, browse the web, play some basic games, and that's about it. So for you people that do not need the most powerful beast on earth, I think Chrome OS Flex will satisfy your needs, wants, and preferences. However, I would advise you do some research on Chrome OS Flex before you make the switch, as you need to learn about the benefits and downsides to using it, and what to expect when using it. And do not forget that you're using a corporate-controlled OS, managed by a big tech company, and if that's enough to bother you, do not use Chrome OS, it's that simple. Hopefully, more people recognize this system as a viable alternative to both Windows and Mac OS, and even Linux, as it offers you an inexpensive, easy-to-use and stable system. However, with a lack of major software support from developers, it will struggle to gain a dominant position. Microsoft Windows is an undefeatable giant that no other system compares to, simply due to the fact that Windows is the most widely used OS on desktops and laptops. However, some people are getting fed up with Microsoft's disrespectful push towards pricing poor people out of the PC market for good, so those less fortunate are going to have to find a viable alternative if they do not want to keep paying to use substandard shit served by Microsoft. And since not many people are willing to take the plunge to the island of Linux, Chrome OS is really your only other option. And if you don't like it, I don't know what else I can recommend to you. You will have to find that out yourself, I guess. Anyway, that's now it for this video, folks. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next video. Bye for now.